My hair is giving wig realness right now. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I see why y'all be in my comments like, take the wig off. You out here scamming people. I get it. I get it. I see it now. I see it. Oh well. Hey curl friends, welcome back to my channel, ProudMane. It's your girl Ava, your loyal curl friend, and 'tis the season to be curly, darling, if I do say so myself. I mean, look at her, look at her. If you haven't seen my latest video where I did the hot oil treatment, this is still within the same week of that. I don't know when I'm gonna upload this, but it's the same week. This is probably day 3 hair, and we are looking good in these streets, honey, okay? Still moisturized, curls are still popping. It is what it is. Okay, get into it. Oh, and also peep my tree. I'm just saying, okay? She cute or whatever. We switched it up this year, yeah. I did that. Anyways, in this video, I wanted to talk to you guys about some of the misconceptions or curly hair myth that's been circulating the internet for a while, the natural hair community, and I wanted to, you know, make a video, put my 2 cents in. I know that a lot of people are still just starting out on their natural hair journey, and all this information, and misinformation I might add, can be really overwhelming, especially if you're just starting out. All the do's and don'ts. It's exhausting. Like, even for me, like, I've started my journey literally over a decade ago, but still, when I'm reading certain things or watching certain things that are circulating on YouTube and TikTok, I'm just like, can y'all stop? Give it a rest. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to come on here and give my 2 cents and what I think about certain misconceptions. In today's video, I'm gonna be discussing 5 of them. So let's hop right into it. So the first misconception that I wanted to talk about is that curly hair shouldn't be shampooed. Let me run that back. Curly hair should not be shampooed. Now, honestly, in my opinion, for me, if I didn't shampoo my hair, all hell will break loose. I mean, I have combination scalp, if that makes sense. Sometimes it's dry and sometimes it overproduces sebum, which is that natural oil that your scalp produces, and it can get really greasy yet dry at the same time with the flakes. So that's why I say it's combination. So if you have something similar to that and you're not shampooing your hair, you're not clarifying your hair to really remove that kind of buildup and that excess oil, it's a problem. I know that a lot of you have opted to co-washing, but honestly, that's never been my thing. I'm not trying to knock co-washing. If it works for you, it works for you. But I personally feel like you should clarify your hair, clarify your scalp, remove that buildup. And to my knowledge, co-washing doesn't necessarily do that. But if you have hair like mine or scalp like mine, you definitely should shampoo your hair. I don't know how people go without it. The only time that I think shampooing your hair could pose a problem is if you do it too often. So obviously, in efforts to clarify your scalp or clarify your hair, if you're over shampooing your hair, then you're stripping your hair more often of its natural oils, which is not good. Then your hair is going to be prone to breakage and being brittle and breaking off, and then, you know, you won't be retaining much length if your hair is breaking off, kind of thing. So it could be problematic. You know, obviously the products that you're using as well, if they have, you know, sulfates and parabens and certain types of alcohol in them that might be harmful to your hair. Not all alcohol, by the way, is bad for your hair, but I'm just saying that, you know, those types of ingredients in your products could contribute to, you know, shampooing not being the greatest option. But I still stand by shampooing your hair. I think it's imperative. I think it works. I think it's perfectly fine. If you want to opt for some natural options that aren't as harsh and doesn't feel like it's stripping your hair, definitely do that. But don't be afraid to shampoo your hair. Don't let these people in the hair care community or the curly hair community make you think that if you shampoo your hair, it's a bad thing. Like, you done messed up. Not the case. The main point that I want to get across is not to be afraid of the word shampoo, okay? There's no taboo on the word shampoo. Shampoo your hair. The main reason is because also, as a curly girl, You know that we use a ton of products on our hair. We use a leave-in conditioner. We might put oils on top of that. We might put a styling cream on top of that. We might put a gel or a mousse, or, you know, and then edge controls and all these things. That's like layers on layers on layers. Are you gonna tell me that you're not gonna shampoo that out? Like, you have to use a shampoo or a clarifying shampoo to remove all those layers. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. The second curly hair misconception is that curly hair means that you have tangled and matted hair, like, all the time. Now, I'm not gonna lie, yes, my hair is prone to more tangles and things like that because it is curly and the curls, they lock into each other and whatever. But honestly, it's an easy fix in a way if you're using the proper tools, if you're using the proper products. You can always use a wide tooth comb, a detangling brush. You can always spritz your hair and detangle your hair properly, starting at the ends and working your way up. And this will really help with the detangling process and ensuring that your hair is not tangled. So, I mean, that is a misconception that, you know, curly hair is just always tangled, always matted. There are ways to prevent that. And of course, you always have to remember to wear some sort of protective headgear, i.e. a bonnet, a scarf, silk or satin pillows or what have you, to ensure that you're not frizzing up your hair and encouraging the tangles and things like that. So again, it's really that simple. It's not too far-fetched for us curly girls to have hair that is not tangled and that you can see, Exhibit A, that my curls aren't necessarily clumped together. Can I run my fingers through it? No, I'm not reckless. I'm not gonna do that. But it's not matted, it's not tangled, and this is achievable, okay? For us curly girls, it's achievable. We can do it. The third curly hair misconception is that curly hair is always dry. Introducing Exhibit A. Does it look dry? Does it look dry? Then I've already debunked that misconception. I'm just saying. Curly hair is not always dry. The problem is that we already established that our scalp naturally produces sebum. So the problem is that it is harder for the oils to travel down through your hair shaft. So, I mean, you can see the curls, you can see the ringlets. When you have a buildup of sebum, or not even a buildup, but your scalp is producing the natural oils, it's harder for it to travel down your hair shafts and keep it moisturized and hydrated and things like that. So your hair will typically be on the drier side, but does that mean all hope is lost and we're naturally just gonna have to deal with dry hair? No. We can always use, oils and styling creams and butters depending on your hair type, texture, and porosity. You have to consider all three of those in order to determine what product is best suitable for your hair. Like for me, I do use butters, but I do use it in moderation because I do have low density and fine hair. I know it looks big and voluminous right now, but it's very deceiving. Don't let it fool you. It's on the finer, low density side. So I do tend to use less butters and stick to lighter weight oils that will keep my hair soft and bouncy and not weigh my hair down, but I can still get the proper hydration and moisture that I need. You can also deep condition your hair. As always, if you have low porosity hair, make sure you're using something like a heated cap so that the moisture can really penetrate and treat your curls right, okay? Hydration is key. So yeah, having curly hair doesn't necessarily mean that you have dry hair, you have to live with dry hair, you can't fix dry hair. Yes, we're more prone to it, we're more susceptible to our hairs being dry, but there are ways to fix it. So all hope is not lost. Our fourth curly hair misconception is that curly hair just stops growing at a certain length. I do not believe this. I believe that there's something else going on that could possibly be preventing your hair from continuously growing. Your hair grows about ½ an inch a month roughly for the average person, and unless you're diagnosed with something, alopecia, maybe severe eczema or something like that, that could inhibit your hair growth rate or something like that, I don't see why your hair would just stop growing. There are a lot of other reasons why this could be happening. Like for instance, if your hair is super dry and brittle, or you have split ends, you don't deep condition and things like that, your hair has weakened in that sense, and so it's breaking off. Also, this could mean that you're not retaining any length. So if your hair is growing but your hair is breaking off at the same rate, then you're not retaining much length. So it'll appear to you that your hair growth is stagnant, it's not growing, and it's come to a halt. So that could be another reason. Again, deep condition and do all the things to make sure that your hair is moisturized and healthy so that it can grow. Our fifth and final curly hair misconception is that just because you stay away from coloring your hair or using heat or excessive heat on your hair means that your hair is damage free, you're in the clear, all is well in the land, it's curly season all day, every day. That's not the case. Just because you don't apply heat to your hair doesn't necessarily mean that your hair is healthy. I've seen color treated hair that is far more healthy than somebody who has never colored their hair or has virgin hair or what have you. So it's not necessarily the case. Damage comes in so many different types of form. If you have excessive frizzy hair, I consider that damage. You have excessive dry hair, that to me is damage. So it does take a lot of different forms. It's not just cut and dry like, oh, well, I didn't apply heat to my hair, so my hair is good, my hair is healthy. That's not really the case. If you, for instance, over manipulate your hair, that's a form of damage. If you're constantly playing in your hair, touching your hair, styling your hair, just doing the most with your hair all the time, that can also increase your chances of damaging your hair. So ease up, back off. You know, you can employ protective styling, but also you have to remember you have to do the right protective styling, because that can also cause damage to your hair. If you're choosing the wrong protective styling, there's too much tension on your hair, you're doing your hair too tightly. Not everybody can rock box braids, okay? Box braids ain't for everybody, passion twist ain't for everybody. You gotta find the right protective style that has the least amount of tension on your hair and on your scalp and things like that. So there you have it, guys, the 5 misconceptions, curly hair myth that I've heard the most, and I wanted to jump in, give my 2 cents, of course, and get your feedback. What is the craziest misconception that you guys have heard? I know there are a lot of rumblings, a lot of talking out there in the natural hair community, and I'm curious to find out what you guys have heard. So I wanted to make this video just to reassure my curly hair babes that you really can achieve greatness with your hair, okay? All hope is not lost. It doesn't matter if you have curly hair, you can keep it hydrated and moisturized. You can grow it past a certain length. Don't be afraid of the word shampoo, okay? We gonna clarify our hair, we gonna cleanse that buildup, and we're gonna find the right products that works for us. We're gonna trim our hair regularly, and we'll be on our way. We'll be fine. Your loyal girlfriend is here for you. I got you. And if you found this video at all helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you do not miss a video. And I'll see you in another one. You grow, girl. Yes.